Well, good morning from Minnesota. Today is May 25th. I drove out here from right after work last night. Slept for about an hour in the truck, and it's currently 3:55. So I wanted to head out into the woods about an hour before shooting light starts. See if I can hear any gobbling, see what's going on. Never been to this area. Found it on Onyx, and I think it looks like a good spot for turkeys to be hanging out. So see how it goes this morning, and hopefully we'll get into some turkeys early on. Feeling pretty confident this morning though. Ready to get after them. I'm gonna finish getting ready here, and then we'll head off into the woods. Alright, I had to stop for a breather. I didn't realize Minnesota had mountains. I'm drenched in sweat now. It's been super humid the last few days. Up in the 80s during the day. It's probably still about 70 right now. There's a pretty good wind coming up over top of this ridge here. I just had to take a second to just sit here and take a break. Felt like I was going straight up that hill. Maybe I'm just out of shape. Probably. But there's this path that goes down to a field. So I'm eventually here going to start working my way that direction. If they're roosted in here, they're probably either going to be on this path or on the field. More than likely I would think they'd be on the field, but we'll see. It's going to be kind of hard to hear with the wind, I think. But I'll get moving here in a few minutes, and hopefully we can hear something gobbling. I don't like how windy it is, but it might just be one of those days. Well, I thought I heard what might have been a gobble after an owl hooted, but with it being so windy and this is a huge area, I don't know for sure, but I feel like this is probably going to be where I'm going to be spending pretty much the entire day, or at least a good portion of it. This is a steep hill, and I'm just thinking in the back of my head, I know I'm going to have to come back up this thing when I leave, so. But gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So I'm gonna head down this hill, down towards the field. Just try to slowly make my way down there and see what happens. It's gonna be hard to hear anything. The leaves are all growing in. It's windy. I don't even know if there's birds in this area. I sure hope there are, because I've already worked quite a bit. I just heard a turkey gobble. Shot gobble to a woodpecker. He's on the other ridge. I gotta figure out what in the world I'm gonna do now. If he is still on the roost, then I probably shouldn't be running around in the open. But there's a turkey down here. We're in the game. Well, as you saw, that hen just walked in. Actually, I didn't even know she was there until she started clucking. She definitely saw me moving, but she didn't know what I was. Worked away to the other side of the field, went back and forth like 5 or 6 times. I think she wanted to go with that tom, because that tom was gobbling. And my feet and legs were falling asleep. So I just went ahead and started moving, and she saw me and started moving off. That's okay for now. That tom is over on the left side. Somewhere. So I'm just going to kind of carefully make my way around the edge and just see if I can see him and get eyes on him at least. If I can't do that, I'll probably just stick a decoy out in the field and maybe he'll see that and come running. I'm not too worried about that hen. I bumped hens before and I'm not worried about going that direction right now. The bird that I want to work with is on this side. Well, I decided to set up on the field here. I haven't heard that turkey gobble in a while. He's really not gobbling at all. It's not been a very good morning for gobbling so far. Plus, I think he's over on the private field over there. So, but I decided to put my Jake decoy out, which can be seen from the entire length of the field pretty much. So I'm probably just going to sit here for a few hours, and there's really nothing else I can do until something starts gobbling. So do some calling here and there, not too much, just enough to let them know I'm here, and hopefully something comes in. We'll see what happens. Alright. Sorry, I'm a little excited right now. Alright. My stuff's all over the place. Wow. That was not how I was expecting this hunt to go at all. Let me go collect my things here. I lost my striker somewhere. Cap for my shotgun. There it is. And the hat. All right. He's got some spurs on him. This is definitely the longest spurred turkey I have ever shot. Wow. Absolutely beautiful bird. Alright, let's probably get this guy tagged. Well, I'd say that's a pretty good way to end my out-of-state hunts for this year. I've hunted 3 new states, was successful in 2 new states, as well as my home state, and it's just been an awesome year. It's just nice to be able to sit back and kind of take it in a little bit. Like, these birds are some of the most beautiful birds in my opinion. But it's cool to be able to see how they interact with the calls and the decoys, and it's just neat to be able to figure out just how they work and how they operate, you know. But like I said, I found this spot on Onyx. Looked like a good spot for turkeys. There's a lot of rolling terrain around here, but it's super steep stuff. And on tops of those ridges there's fields, and in the bottoms there's fields. So I decided to go into the bottom because I figured turkeys probably aren't going to be wanting to climb up that stuff, and everything that they need is in the bottom. So came down here, was trying to get one to gobble. Eventually I did. And while I was messing around with the owls, there was a hen that walked in, and I heard her clucking. She wasn't super spooked or anything, but she didn't like what she saw. She did see me moving around, so she just kind of went off the other direction, which wasn't a big deal because the turkey was gobbling over here and she was over here and went off that way. So I wasn't too worried about that. Actually, I probably prefer that she not go over to Tom. I don't want any hens going over to him, you know. Then I heard him gobble only maybe 5 times total, and I wasn't really sure what to do. It's late season. Your birds aren't gobbling today, and you know, I didn't hear any hens. There's nothing. Turkeys were almost silent this morning, and I figured maybe the best option would be just to set up somewhere for probably even the whole morning, and I could throw my decoy out there just for visual for them to look at and come in if they want. And so I did 1 series of calling on my pot call after I sat down, and then I shut up. And I think that was about I can't remember, somewhere between 6:30 and 7, and then right around 7:20 he came walking in on the opposite side of the field. I saw him there, and he wasn't fired up at all. His head was like normal colored turkey. I almost thought he was a bearded hen at first, but he came walking in feeding, not springtime turkey at all. Like, I felt like his spring season was over as far as the breeding goes. And that's certainly what it looked like, because he was just a normal colored head, not fired up at all. So at that point, I was just hoping he would come in, because I had my decoy out there. I was almost afraid that that decoy might scare him off because of the aggressive stance that it's in, that Jake. He just kept feeding, kept walking over to my right, and what I didn't realize is there's like a drainage ditch over here. that he had to cross over, and I think he was trying to move over around it. But it goes a pretty good ways down in the field here. And he eventually came across that, and at that point I figured he was probably coming in. By the time he came back out of the drainage ditch, his head was all colored, and I figured that was probably going to be my opportunity. He was coming in. So he started getting a little aggressive. Came over towards the decoy, and he started to get a little bit spooky. I was going to try to just let him hang out by the decoy and get a little footage of him, but I didn't think he was going to stick around for much longer. So I pretty much just deer hunted this turkey all morning. I pulled the trigger right around 8 o'clock, so it didn't even take that long, really. So yeah, these late season birds are, I've had little success in my short amount of turkey hunting, my short amount of experience. Not much success in the late season just because of that. And turkeys aren't goblins, you don't know where they're at. So sometimes the best thing to do is just sit down, call, wait 30 minutes to an hour, see what shows up. And I'm glad I had my decoy out there, because I don't think he would have come in if my decoy wasn't out there. He had that visual, and I didn't want to call because I was right on the edge of the field there. I did do a little clucking and purring, and I don't know if that's what brought him in. Maybe that was just enough excitement to get him a little bit fired up and come in. Yeah, I'm real happy with this season. It's been awesome. This is definitely my largest spurred turkey I've ever shot. He's a good one. Super happy about it. Beautiful bird. Great time here in Minnesota. I want to say, guys, if you're ever interested in hunting out of state, what I've been trying to do now, and what I did first of all last year, was I just wanted to test and see how it would work out, sleeping in the truck and stuff. So Nasta and I went out to the western side of my home state in Wisconsin, and we did like a destination type hunt out there, and we shot a turkey and just kind of got a feel for it. So if you're kind of on the edge, maybe you could try something like that. Otherwise, what I've been doing is just hitting the states surrounding Wisconsin pretty much. So the Upper Peninsula I've gotten, and now Minnesota. Next year I'm hoping to get Iowa, maybe Missouri, just start branching out a little bit. Because it's hard, when you got a family and you got work and all these responsibilities. We can't be out there all the time hunting. It'd be nice, but that's not how life works. But those are just some ideas for you if you're interested in turkey hunting out of state. Like I've mentioned before, I'm trying to complete the U.S. Super Slam and get a turkey in every state. So far this year has been really good, and hopefully we have good success in the years to come too. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you got any questions or anything, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And if you liked it, please give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Gonna get this bird home. I'll see you in the next one.